Welcome back to Flanks06 channel here. We are back again here after the long break of the PvP tournament matches. Today we have Johnyb versus Fenraellis. I'm going to be going at it here again. So thanks guys for getting on and coming to play another great match. So I think we're ready, and you guys can both roll. Johnny is red on the left, and Fen is on the right as blue.
Okay, I'm rolling first. Five.
All right, so we're back again here with the 7. All right, so you get to choose if you're picking first or second.
How about second?
Okay.
So
all right, so back
I
again
go to my
here,
Rasworth Guardian.
getting the Garen back here again. You know what? I can't. Here, let me change mine back to a color.
Well, then I will.
I have to do that so I can remove cards. I can't do that when I'm a spectator.
So far, not quite functioning, but I'll still try it.
Yeah, this is another early morning game.
It's not functioning, it's just not functioning, you know?
Yeah, definitely a challenge
at least.
when you know, you're trying to wake back up again. Here, why did this one show PV exclusive attacks? So that's weird.
What is Blast 6 again? Remind me.
Around the target, do 6 damage.
Yep.
The target themselves.
Yeah, every square adjacent to the target.
Only you
only
can,
not only enemies, not allies.
Yeah. All enemies around the target, but not the target themselves, take 6 damage. Or blast damage.
So anyway, we're back again. Hopefully you guys can check this out later. I know, you know, just due to the time issue, it's not going to be a great time for a lot of people to watch. That's perfectly okay. You will be able to check it out here later. So anyway, starting off, we already got some pretty quick hero selections by both players. So we have Johnny here on the left picking Garen and Lordrath, and on the right here we have Venelani and Oris the Monk. Two characters we've seen a little less of in the tournament so far, but we have seen them a few times. Versus Garen and Lordrath, we have seen quite a bit more. So it'd be interesting to see where we're going. So we got two, let's see, on Johnny's side, pretty close to 2 melee characters. On the right, Fenraellis with a ranged and a melee character. Johnny picking his third character here. He is going with Azrael.
Thank you, Frank.
He is going with Azrael, the water elementalist, who is quite the fun character here. Some cool things like bleeding, healing, and a couple effects where he's going to be able to match up multiple of those. So pretty cool stuff. And Sayoko the Ninja being picked here for Fenraellis. That actually has been a returning character for him. I'd actually have to go check to see if he's been playing with the same team. It's been a while since Fen's last game. For both of these players, it's been a while since both of them have played, mostly because of the long break that we've had, and that we've been focusing a lot more on the losers bracket side to help catch up on the tournament. We're actually about to kind of get into the ending sprint here, as we have basically halved the amount of players in the game, and so basically they'll kind of just be playing their one-off games here as we kind of get to the end, and then there'll be a few games where a few players will get to play a couple extra games, especially those winner bracket side players will get a few more games in, and then we should be done. So we may finish like I think
time.
probably in January. I'd say January is probably the most likely because we only have a couple weeks left here in this month, and then to try to give enough time for people to prepare and get something going. We'll probably close it out in January. But anyway, speaking of timing, if you did not already know, the Tanares RPG late pledge is currently open. Additionally, if you are a Tanares RPG backer, if you have not paid for your shipping, please go complete your pledge. Reminder, we paid for the shipping of the miniature rewards and the cost of the rewards previously, but not the RPG items. Those ones were not paid for. So now we're trying to collect payment for those so we can send those RPG rewards here for you. Looking like they will be going out here at the start of January or mid-January or so, and going with your Tanares Ultimate items if you did get that. If not, then don't worry about it. All right, so Fen picking his last hero
Jade.
there, Jade the Bard.
It's an
Awesome.
idea.
All right, so now let's roll for hero placement and map side.
Would you like to roll first again?
All right, Johnny starting off the roll here with an 11. So a decent roll there. Let's see if he gets it. So we got Rourke here on the last side for Johnny, and a 4 for Fen. So Johnny
4.
to get it. All right, do you want to place first or second, and then what side of the map?
I want to place first.
Okay.
So I'm placing.
All right, looking like Johnny is going to select the left side of the map here as his starting placement. He's putting Lordrath down first for his first character, and then he'll be following up the others here shortly after. So Lordrath going down pretty close midfield. Probably almost as close to the middle of the ground as you can get. So Lordrath starting off first here. Good chance we could see an early Glooming Thoughts going out to potentially shut down Vallani or Jade, depending on the placement of those characters. So we'll have to kind of see what Johnny is thinking here with that. Let's get some health tokens set up while we're thinking about it. Always good to do that instead of the few times that we've forgotten to the last second and then rush to fill these out. Anyway, let's throw these down. Lots of people on the 60 HP tracker. And we got Vallani there. All right, so Vallani going real far back. She is being placed first, and she is behind that wall. So she's basically going to make it real hard for Lordrath to get that Glooming Thoughts off early unless he moves in and gets close. So that is a pretty good placement by Fenraellis there. Try to force potentially Lordrath to either get into a better position that may benefit Fenraellis more, or make Lordrath go after somebody else. So Now, if I was Fen, I'm probably thinking, maybe put Jade also in a, safe spot as well. So make it even more difficult for him to get that off. Make him, do a different action basically at the beginning. But we'll see. So Johnny looking like he is going to place down. Whoops. Looking like he is going to place down Rurik the Warrior next, who is also in a front line south part of the map, looking like a rush spot, actually, to go after Villani there. Looking like Johnny may be going for a pretty aggressive strategy today. We'll see as how this plays out. But next up for Fenraellis here, he may potentially want to go for Oris as his second, or maybe even Jade if he wants to try to get out some early benefits or some early conditions, as Jade has a lot of that potential to do that. Looking like he is going to go for maybe he's changing his mind now. We'll see. But Jade, being able to kind of go out, get out those early empowers, get out some early movements, or even getting Inspired Greatness off early can be really nice. Anyway, so that is the options here. So Fenraellis looking for what character he wants to play. Let's look back at Johnny's characters here. So Lord Wrath with Gloomy Thoughts, being able to prevent some of those range characters from getting too far away. Really, this ability is pretty much the anti-shooter ability, because if he gets it off on a shooter, it prevents them from ever getting their passive. Their passive has to be 5 or more squares away from their target.
For all the weeks of waiting.
Yep, there's Oris there, kind of in the mid backfield, being placed next. So
it is still in Discord, although this could just be a temporary thing. Discord likes to keep people in there.
So since Lord Wrath is gonna be, kind of that anti-shooter character. We have Rurik here, who's actually going to do a really good job of either locking down some of those range characters or even melee characters with things like Warcry, where he's going to force people to attack him instead of somebody else. And then he also has Epic Shield to help reduce some chances of being hit, or Iron Wall to potentially negate all damage and any effects from coming from new effects and enemies from enemies. Whew, sorry about that. Oh, it looks like Johnny disconnected. Hey, disconnect, Johnny.
Yeah, he dropped.
Oh, okay.
He came back.
So anyway, yeah, lots of potential there with Lord Wrath to kind of lock those people down. And then, of course, Mind Trap in itself also can prevent a certain attack from going off. Sometimes that can be really beneficial. Maybe there's like a heal, for example. You don't want them to get off like Angelic Voice. Hello.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yes,
My internet went down. And my Wi-Fi.
Take it you're on your phone.
I am logging with my phone now.
You've reconnected.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
That's
Hey,
okay.
It happens. At least you're able to come back.
Yep, definitely. So Rurik really good.
You may have missed it, but I placed Oris.
Yeah.
Rurik with a lot of potential to kind of lock down some people, and that's really what tanks are focused on, right? They're trying to help control the enemy, force them to choose targets like them instead of maybe more vulnerable or powerful characters that we don't want focused. So that's one of the goals of a tank character.
Okay.
At the same time, reducing that damage that goes to them. Now, there is some variety in the types of tanks out there, right? We've seen things before, like, for example, Sidura with the Dragon Scales ability. Another enemy in 5e takes damage equal to its current defense. That's essentially a tank buster ability. So there's a lot of cool interactions, but like that ability right there is really good against a character like Rurik. Where basically Sidura attacks somebody and then needs to be, within that 5. But then if Rurik has that epic shield on, she can be doing 11 damage to him with that, because it's equal to the damage of its current defense, which is on 11 if he hasn't been previously already attacked. So in that turn. So anyway, that is a pretty powerful counter to the tank class, which is funny because she is a tank. Also, Gaknak has this same ability with slight differences there, so a little bit more damage, and then he doesn't get the toughen like Sidura does. But that's because he's a brute character. All right, so Garen also going down, very aggressive. So everyone looking like maybe there's almost a bum rush on Vellani down there. She might be potentially in some trouble. Now, Johnny is pretty good at playing some tricks on some people, so there's a good possibility that he may, end up moving up to that northern part in the back and kind of go around in a different way. But we'll kind of just have to see what he's going to go with. All right, so Jade looking like she is going to be the next character going down for Fenraellis. Jade also in a slightly back spot, not quite as far back as I thought she was going to be. I think he's not quite as worried about potentially glooming thoughts going on Jade, which would be true. It would not impact her hope. Really, it would just force Jade to get closer into the fight, potentially being more of a target. All right, Azrael looking like he is going to go down last for Johnny. He is kind of navigating the placement here, and looking like he is going to go into that kind of mid backfield.
Wait, I haven't placed him yet.
Johnny, rethinking that placement. He was just slightly too close for a focus, and now he's moving on to the altar. So good, better placement there. Although, good chance he's going to have to essentially move because of how aggressive he's been playing already. All right, the last here is Suyoko the ninja. Remember, she starts as a controller, so she has more range abilities. And then once she does her Baraku dance, she can switch sides to being a tactician, and be able to kind of navigate between being a melee or a range character. So a lot of cool potential with that. So Suyoko, looking like she is going to take up kind of a defensive spot, potentially also with Jade. Nope. Fen can't decide. He wants to move it around. So let's look at Johnny's side. Johnny's here. Very, very offensive positioning here. The only one who's not in a super offensive position is Azrael, but honestly, most range characters like to take that altar spot. It's especially like, if there's a good chance Oris going second that he's gonna have to potentially move up if Lord Wrath goes down south. So if that's the case, then it's possible Azrael will be able to get a shot off on him. So definitely a good spot for Azrael to stay at if you can. And if you don't have to move, that's even better, because you want to be able to try to get that focus, either blessed or focused, or both. Can definitely increase your chances of hitting there. All right, all done with hero placement, so now just heroic actions. All right, so now they will select their heroic actions here. I am going to choose spectator again, and we'll be ready to kick this thing off here very, very soon. It's good to be back. It's been quite some time since we've been able to play the game. But, you know, it's a good break, right? You need to be able to get some time, play.
And how we take the heroic actions in our hand?
You can right-click it, and then I think...
if you do, if you search and you drag one out, it is actually placed face down, by the way.
Yeah, you can do that, too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not putting them in the hand, because the hand's way over there.
I can also make you different teams, too, so... That way you definitely can't see them. But yeah, it's good to kind of get that break, right? Get some rest and relaxation. For me, I got to play a bunch of different board games during this shorter break. Obviously, we got another break here in the U.S. near the end of December, so be taking some more time. But
then if you make your own little stack of it, you can easily just search without flipping the cards over.
It's good.
Yeah, I'm searching for. I have already picked one.
Get that time. So I had some family come over, play a bunch of different games. I got some time to play Last Light, which I had mentioned to people before.
Okay.
Great game. 4X game that you can play really quickly.
The rest I can. How do you delete them?
Leave it there. You can push it aside. You can have it deleted. Doesn't really matter.
Oh, you're talking about your other cards? Yeah, you can just kind of move them. You just you have to click and then hold.
How do you delete the deck?
We don't have the rights to.
Yeah, just click and hold. Yeah, and now you can move it out of the way. There you go.
Okay.
All right, so you guys all ready?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so I think we got everything all lined up. We got health tokens. So I think I had mentioned before, right, about placing the attack cards up here. Oh, yeah, I can't ping because I'm a spectator. But, up towards the top of the board, right, more near the cannon side of what attack you're going to use. And, of course, placing any effects for your characters on those respective characters so we can remember those. And then, yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. So go ahead, Johnny. All right, so match 15 here, about to get started. Johnny going to be starting this off here with Lord Wrath. So like I said, very good possibility. He could try to go for a early Glooming Thoughts. So let's see, in his position one, let's see, I guess I can move my spot now because they can't see my cursor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then he would be able to hit Vellani from there if he wants to get that Glooming Thoughts off. Now he may actually want to be a little almost further back to do that, and that is actually what Johnny is looking at doing, so that way he can force Vellani to come down to attack them. But Vellani here has some pretty cool abilities as well. For some reason I keep confusing her with
okay, I'm moving 1,
who
2,
is it?
3, 4.
Kellyanna, who has
Right,
Chain
yeah.
Lightning. That's who I'm always thinking of.
And
All right, there he goes.
I will use the special Glooming Thoughts.
All right. Yep, exactly what I thought there.
Valini.
Gonna use Glooming Thoughts there on Vallani. No, oh, there is actually an interrupt on Fenn's side, so he has to determine if he is gonna do that. And 16, that is a hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's a hit.
She takes 20 damage and the permanent.
Yep, the anti-shooter ability there. That actually was the same
damage.
ability.
I move the token, right?
Yep.
That's actually the same ability that was used on Johnny in his game against XR when he was playing Avalon. And in his case, you can't interact with pieces there.
A nuisance.
So yeah, very much same thing. So now he's using it back against Fenraellis here. So that's definitely going to lock down Fenn's choices. Where the placement, he's going to have to get in there. Basically, there's no way he's going to be able to do this unless he uses a heroic action, which he is considering right now doing. So he'd have to break his positioning to do that, which he probably really does not want to do, because it's just going to be a feeding frenzy if Vallani gets into the front there against Garen and Lordrath and Rurk. It's not going to be good. So he's got to try to come up with something else that could be potentially playing a heroic action, moving back. Or potentially even just moving back and doing a, just getting into a different spot and forcing them to come his direction. Now, generally, it's always good to try to get
special
an attack if you can.
To burn heroic inspiration.
Oh, there we go. Heroic inspiration right here at the beginning. So transfer one permanent effect to another. So that Glooming Thoughts now being placed on Azrael. And this effect, I get the feeling is going to be placed a lot on them. So Fenraellis taking that heal to Vallani.
I still have my move action though, right? So.
And so... Yep, going to take that heal, move into a different position, get closer to the rest of his team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, definitely a good play there. Getting that Glooming Thoughts off, forcing it back on Johnny. So there's a real possibility, though, that Johnny probably has Heroic Inspiration as well, because he does have a number of these permanent effects from like Azrael, from Lordrath, from Rurk, that this was going to be a possibility for him, and you kind of want to be prepared for that situation. And Heroic Inspiration is a great ability for that to transfer those around. Now, other alternatives to that you would need a hero like Soul Link, like to be able to transfer that permanent effect. You could potentially, I mean, it's not as good, but you could remove it with Spring Seeds, where you can remove on a permanent effect. Horus also has abilities to remove permanent effects. So there's some different options there. And I think that's actually a potential for what could be happen if it does go back. Now, I don't know if Fenraellis actually planned this originally or not, but having Horus with Path of Purification, being able to remove permanent effects, remove up to 3 permanent effects from combatants within range 5 of you, could be extremely powerful, because we have, for example, like Epic Shield that could be removed. We have the Waves of Punishment or Elemental Fusion that could be removed, or Memory Theft. All right,
One,
so Rourke
2,
moving up here next.
3,
Trying to get
4,
into the action. He is
5.
pretty far away.
1,
He's going to have to move one more to make an attack, which he could do with Warcry.
6.
He is considering his
And I will
position.
also move again.
Oh, he's going to do a
1,
double move action.
2.
Okay, interesting. I really thought Johnny was going to go with Warcry there.
Okay.
So your passive includes enemies who start their turn within 2 of you, so he could essentially still have gotten that passive and get an attack off on Oris. But he did not do that. Interesting. Okay, I don't know what Johnny's thinking here.
We'll just do a key barrier.
So Oris coming up next. Key barrier, good way to protect yourself from special attacks. At the same time, that kind of does leave you a little more open to being attacked from other things. Oh, a 2.
Great.
So that is the first miss of the game here.
I rolled 4, 4, 16, and 2 so far. So that'd be like last time. Thanks.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, we'll see. You better start praying to the dice gods. Let's just say.
Yes,
It's
5
5.
best special attacks in one match.
Yeah, so just 5 residual there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
All right, so key barrier there going off on Rourke. Key barrier missing, but still getting that residual glancing blow damage basically off. There you go. So Oris now probably going to move into a different spot, kind of protect some of those, maybe Vellani back there. Or Jade. No, it looks like he's gonna, so make it a little more difficult for Rourke to kind of keep getting around them, unless he wants to start taking some reaction attacks. Now, does Azrael does have some ways to give people moves, so that is going to be really beneficial, and maybe that's what Johnny is actually hoping for. Get one of those title invocations off, and then be able to start moving people around. And that could be really beneficial. He could kind of keep getting past Oris, getting past Siyoko, go right after Vellani, if that's what he's going for. Now, Vellani does have some pretty powerful special here with Winds of Punishment. That permanent of a target is bleeding to. Now, Johnny essentially has 3 melee characters, which means he's going to be much more vulnerable to that condition than most other team compositions would, because he has all those characters that have to take a lot more movements, and especially with the positioning that there is right now, they're not in a great spot. Essentially, they're going to have to take a lot of moves. Now, by the time it gets back to Vellani, they'll have moves. They'll probably get a lot closer. Now, that doesn't mean that things can change, but later on. But that bleed to, basically you take 2 damage per square that you move.
I will use Heroic Inspiration also.
All right.
fair enough.
To give it back to you.
Very likely possibility there.
I'm guessing you're going to do damage since you don't have that much healing to do.
Yeah, I'm doing damage back to
You
you.
can heal 5 health. I don't mind.
Some good talk. So Vellani going right back to where she was before, exactly like I said. I expected Johnny would have heroic inspiration up his sleeve there, and he does. Oh, is Johnny gonna take some lava? I think he's thinking about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He could enter the lava, take some damage, kind of block off Villani a little bit more, but he wouldn't be able to get close enough. So I guess it's probably not really worth it.
6, okay.
But getting a lot closer to the fight now. All right, so Jade is coming up next here. 2 heroic actions already spent. Now, Jade probably get out some healing potentially here, or getting out some powerful conditions is all going to be very, very helpful at this point. Suyoko, very powerful controller character. What we've seen Fenraellis do in the past is really use a lot of those shuriken throws, because you get to attack 3 different enemies, or you can you can attack 3 different enemies, or you can use those 3 attacks to attack the same target. So you can actually do 15 damage with that, which is super powerful.
But unfortunately, I think I need the less helpful one.
Wait, why did she take damage? I must have missed something.
You have to declare the target.
Yeah, I am. Target's going to be Garion.
I see. Because he's using the altar, so he's taking his damage there. So Garen, that is a miss there. And a 16, that's a hit. So that bless does work out.
Okay. So, yeah. So he's going to take a lovely 7 damage.
All right, so her angelic voice getting out there, so getting some healing, making somebody hastened, and then on its primary attack strikes are all criticals on 17 or more.
I'm going to... Oh. Can't really heal anyone for 4 because I want to heal for 6 to Villani, so Villani heals 6. And Suyoko will be crit boosted.
Alright, so yeah, definitely I can see going for Suyoko on that, especially because he's likely to use that shuriken throw, like I said. 3 different strikes, very good possibility, right? The more times you can roll, the better chance, better possibility you can get a crit.
Token. I play red.
And one of the rules we did change is technically you can get multiple crits. Now, it happens extremely rarely, but that's part of the reason why we did allow it, is because it's pretty exciting to get multiple crits. And so it seems kind of, silly not to allow that as a possibility. So Azrael here moving up, getting a lot closer into the fight, which, we knew was going to happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he can attack, I think, almost everyone except maybe Jade. Jade might be actually blocked. Well, and he can attack Villani, obviously, because she's also behind.
I will do tidal invocation.
All right, so he gets up +1 to his attack roll there. So Johnny not sounding too happy about this, so maybe a little.
I'm targeting Chiroko. Okay, I have +1 to roll.
Not too happy about the options there, and I really need to be able. Okay, 13, so that is a hit.
So it's 9 damage. 51.
And so, like I thought, title invocation coming out. I
And
bet
I
he'll
can
use the
do
movement.
somewhere before
So he will choose one of
I
those
heal
effects.
for Guardian.
So using Hope to heal Garen there, the 4.
And I will use the effect, the second effect. At the start of each combatant's turn, one of your allies moves 1.
Good.
Yep, exactly what I thought. Getting that movement, and at the start of each combatant's turn, so he's going to get a lot of movement options there. You or one of your allies moves 1.
Okay, so it's your turn, but I will move first.
I have a pretty good idea of what you're gonna do.
I can move here.
Yep, exactly what I thought.
Right.
That title invocation going to be so powerful to have here, and
Okay, it's your turn.
this is exactly why you have a character like Azrael. Just amazing movement potential. In fact, I think with this ability, I think he is actually now better than Jade with movement potential. I'd have to look into it.
Flanks, the timers are not working.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I forgot to press it for 1, but the other thing too I realized was I was in the spectator mode and I would not have been able to click it even if I wanted to. So
It happens.
let's see where we're at on the stream. I mean, you can keep going. We're at 41 minutes. I think we're probably like 10 minutes into it, honestly. Or 11 minutes into it. So we'll see how it goes. I expected you guys probably may finish, but we'll see.
Going to sidestep and
All right, so Suyoko is up next. She's taking that sidestep, although she doesn't need to take a sidestep, actually.
chicken throw.
I think he's forgetting that now. He does have to remember.
Rurik, Garion, and Ezreal.
So enemy started, and the first target of its attack isn't you, so he is making sure to
Not going to be affected by Rurik's.
not worry about
thing,
that
because
circle
the
of
first target
protection.
is going to be Rurik.
Very good call there. Very good call. Not forgetting about that circle of protection.
Okay, first target the Rurik.
And in that order, Rurik, Garion, Ezreal.
All right, and let's see if he gets it. He does.
Hit. I'll apply the effects in a bit. Roll all 3 times.
And an
Just
8.
basic hit.
He's trying to get that crit. Will he get
Yeah,
that
at least
crit?
a special crit.
Ah, no.
Oh well.
Okay.
Miss on the last
At least to
one.
hit the first 2, which is just 5 damage, although since the first one hits,
He will get despair there,
And-
so that is
yeah, I'll do the despair to Garion. So Rurik will take 5, Garion will take a total of 10.
all right. So Garen taken
9.
yeah, it should be
Plus
9.
4 damage?
damage.
Yeah, 4 damage. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. 9
was
because it's
flipping up
4
that
from
5 squares
despair,
and
5
4
from
damage.
shirk and throw, 5 to
And
work there.
actually, Garion will take a little bit more than that because he's going to move into the lava.
There you
Rurik will
go.
also be
Move 1, all targets hit. Each may only be moved once.
move each target hit once per turn.
Yep.
By 1
So
space.
that shirk and throw is just so
Okay.
good because it does so much damage and it gets to move somebody. I almost think that they may now the reason why they did this one even at 5 damage is what it is because you do have
Okay.
so many rolls, you have a higher potential to miss as well.
Okay,
So in this
then
case,
I move
on
with,
his hit, he only got 10 damage. But when you combine that with lava and you combine that with despair, right? That very quickly turned into 18 damage with 1 miss. So still extremely good turn for
can I move
Fenraellis
with
there.
Tidal Invocation Lordra?
Yep.
1 space first.
Just say that you're using with Tidal Invocation.
Can
But
he? Because he's 9 spaces away. He's not within.
oh, is he? Let's see. 1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
it's 9.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
But
Yeah, you're
I
right.
don't know if
So yeah, pretty much
It's-
all the effects work. Yeah, you have to be within a range of 8. So if he's out
Okay.
of the range at the beginning of this turn, then he's
You can
Okay.
move a different ally, just not him specifically.
correct. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Heck, you could be even move Ezreal just so that you can move Lord Wrath on a later turn. Except I guess it's Lord Wrath's turn, so that doesn't really help. On this case, at least.
So at the start of
Oh.
each combatant's
Damn it.
turn, you
I didn't
or
have to sidestep, I was hastened. Oh well. I was using Angelic Voice for the crit modifier, not for the hastened. Forgot I was hastened.
yeah. I saw that. It's good. All right, so Rourke looking like he is going to take that Tidal Invocation, although I guess I'm a little unsure as to why he's moving there. A little bit further away, unless he's planning to do like a War Cry or something. But even still, I'd probably still try to get into a better spot to be.
Okay, I
but
move the Rurik.
Johnny is a very good player, so there's a lot of things he's probably seeing that I may even be missing here. So Lord Wrath coming up here. Special is up. He does have that dark manipulation, which is really one of the powerful parts of Lord Wrath, where you can move to 2 combatants and 5 of you. So you got a lot of potential there. So, I forgot. I was talking about movement, right? So Jade was previously known as one of the best characters for movement. With Heroic Melody, you may move any number of allies within range up to 2 squares. So if you count that, that's 3 allies that you would have at 2 squares each. That's 6 total squares. Versus Tidal Invocation at the start of each combatant's turn, you or one of your allies moves 1, so that includes yourself. Now, you can't do it on the first one, and then it would go away. It would go away, I believe, at the start of Azrael's next turn. So that means that's like 7 possible times of 1 square. So that's 7 movement to Jade's 6. And then we have Lord Wrath here. Move
Okay,
to
we'll
2
do,
combatants. So that's 4
my heroic
on
action.
a turn. Oh, another
Gosh.
heroic action early. You do not see that very often. And going with the heroic ambush because he is so far.
Okay, flip with flanks. And I will.
So far from the fight, just kind of jumping into it. Very.
Why it's not flipping? I don't know. It's ambush, heroic ambush. But it flips to the backside always.
It must be thinking that your card here. Let me see. Let me try removing the teams. Do you see it now?
No.
No?
And I see the back one, but
You know
don't
what it
know if
is.
yeah, heroic ambush.
Yeah.
And
So Lord Wrath jumping in to the fight there with Heroic Ambush. I'm going to do 20 damage to Jade there at the start of this. Looking like Johnny's just trying to figure out his positioning.
Okay. I will place there and do 20 damage to Jade.
So very interesting. We do not see like so many heroic actions this early in the game. Usually we're seeing a lot more specials, especially because Lord Wrath's so far away. Now he is at full HP, so he wants to save that essentially heal for himself. Later on, especially because it's a transfer.
It's your turn, and I can move one hero one space.
So with him being at full health, it's not really going to be helpful for him until he starts taking some damage. So definitely want to save that as much as he can there. All right, so Rourke getting a lot of movement now with that title invocation.
Okay, you can play.
This is exactly what I mean when I say when I've said in previous games, you get a character that has some really good abilities and put them in the hands of somebody that like actually really knows how to play very well. You can see some really fantastic things. So title invocation, basically, yeah, a lot of people end up forgetting about the movements. If they do choose that, they may get it like a couple times, but then they forget. But this is one you really need to do every single time, because that's so much movement potential that you're missing out on if you don't. So Vellani here having to get a lot closer if she wants to make an attack. That would not be a good spot, I believe. Unless he's attacking somebody else with something. Who are you attacking?
Yeah, we don't hear you, Fern.
Yeah, you're on mute.
That would make more sense because I said it earlier. Yeah, she's using Winds of Punishment against the only target she can, Garion. We're missing.
Wait.
But you know.
I don't know if you can
I
see me.
don't know.
Or wait. Can I not?
Actually, let's see. That one would be on a vertex.
Oh. Right, you can't go through two corners of block spaces, right?
Yep.
Okay, yep. I'll just do a slightly different position then. Not a problem. That might still work. Yeah, I'll just go here. Why not? Don't suck.
And that is a hit. So Winds of Punishment.
Wait, no. Yeah, that's where I meant to be. Okay, and obviously I'm doing the permanent bleed.
So I guess the problem with that placement is now he's not going to be in a spot to hit anybody else with the other part of the effect. I think he's just going with that bleed.
Sadly, my passive can't apply because range.
2 other enemies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, but he would not be able to target them anyway. So, yeah, he would have had to move actually up.
And I can
into a much different spot. Basically, Gloomy Thoughts is just so powerful. It can only target enemies within 3 of it. It's just so powerful, being able to prevent somebody from using those additional effects like that because of targeting.
From the effect here, and after that, I
hang up on poor Jade.
And we'll move here and use Crushing Blow. By less. Okay.
All right. Now, there's definitely some
Moving
interesting
that.
things with start of turn.
I am targeting Jade.
Oh, going after Jade there because you do have like Circle of Retribution, which I don't think would be able to be triggered on this one.
Let it move past the secret. Let's see. I can crit.
Keep rolling, try to get those crits. And the exact identical roll again.
So I
Wow.
take 3 damage.
But he is successful there, so that crushing blow, you may move the target up to 2 squares, then you may move yourself up to 2 squares towards it. This is a great way to pin somebody against a wall.
I move here. Here.
Oh man, that's a dirty spot there.
Here. And she is slowed.
Makes sense.
Jade is in some big trouble there, locked right into that wall. Now, let me think about it. I think almost even the better spot would have been one more square over to the right.
11 damage.
Because it makes it so that way Jade can't, like, it's still
26.
basically next to him. But she's going to have to probably take a reaction attack is probably what's going to happen. All right.
And I can move. I will move here.
Makes sense. Okay. Oris.
And Oris is up here next.
Is going to
He has yet to get to do anything exciting yet, so we'll see what happens here.
Dashing strike. And he'll use the benefit of 1, 2, 3, 4.
And now he's gonna punch some Lordwrath and Rurik here at the same time.
And then Lordwrath.
Rurik Lordwrath there trying to get some strikes off. And yeah, the first target hit can't make reaction attacks. That is going to be the way he's going to try to save Jade there. And it worked. That is a great play by Fenraellis there. Oh, he misses the second one.
Let him bless, so they got rid of that 3.
Oh, you're right. I did.
No, you were blessed in. Okay, no. So now it's
Now it's attacking against Lordwrath, yes.
Yeah.
Yep, and so now
So I hit both of them.
Yep, that
And
is. So you did get both.
Rurik can't make reaction attack.
Very good play by Fenraellis, basically
You
preventing
take
that
down.
wonderful positioning Johnyb made. This is a good fight.
Okay.
And I don't
Did you
really
take
need to move, so I won't.
the alter damage?
I did that earlier.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
at 62.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So you end the turn. Yeah. Okay.
Great play by Oris there in Fenraellis. Dashing strike. Basically, this is going to be how Jade gets away here because Rurik is just going to stand there. He's been stunned by Oris with that dashing strike, hitting him in the back of the head, and now he is not going to be able to make that reaction attack like he wants to on Jade. So Jade is slowed, but that is not going to be an issue there for her. She'll be able to just walk out of it. It is a Garen's turn here. Looking like Johnny is using Tidal Invocation again to move Lordwrath now.
Okay.
And then Garen here will take his turn.
If I use elemental fusion, still elemental fusion, use it. The permanent will go to Garion, right? So essentially, Villani will not be able to use the permanent from elemental fusion.
They're
Let's see.
different permanents. Or they're different cards, so I don't see why they would.
Are you talking about using? You're talking about with Master Stroke, stealing that one.
Yeah. If I use Master Stroke, I will.
That.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I will take the effect from elemental fusion.
Yeah, and then basically, yeah, you wouldn't be able to use it, obviously, because you don't have any of those cards. But
yeah,
But she wouldn't be able to.
yeah, but she wouldn't be able to use it. So probably what Johnny is considering is he could use Master Stroke to try to steal the elemental fusion there from Villani, and then maybe even get memory theft and steal one of her primary attacks as well, and then get that benefit. So we'll see here. So he is looking like he is going to use Master Stroke. So he'll take 5 non-lethal damage there. Looking like I think he already did. Garen did take that. And then now making his attack there on Villani. And that is...
I take 5 non-lethal damage.
Oh yeah, man! I didn't even realize how low Garen has gotten. Wow, he is very low already. And then removing a special attack.
I take the special.
And then move 3 squares and make that attack yourself.
I will move.
Alright, elemental fusion. Let's see who he's gonna go for on this one. It is a ranged attack.
And
so he did successfully steal it. Now will he be able to successfully get it off? He could try to hit Jade with it.
Sirocco.
No, he's going for Siyoko.
What?
Lava?
I was in the lava. I went outside. And so I'm not taking damage.
Yeah, since he started his turn in lava, he only takes the damage if he stays in lava at the end of his turn.
Okay. And then I'm rolling for... I'm attacking your controller.
Sure. Oh, wow. A huge miss for Johnny there. Miss.
So it's 15 residual.
So at least he got to steal it. Unfortunately, did not get the attack there, which would have done 20 damage. And I think he was really thinking about stealing one of her primary attacks as well to do that. So huge miss for Johnny. Did not pay off this time. But it was very, very valiant effort there on that ability.
Your attack now.
Yeah. And I haven't moved. So I can move here. And then it will be your turn. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I will move here.
Johnny really locking in Siyoko there with the title invocation, which will be the last one. But anyway, like we talked about earlier, I think with this, these new characters kind of coming in here, Azrael now is going to be the new healing, the new movement god of, and when I say god, I mean, the best character for movement abilities now, because of that title invocation, along with healing conduit. So he really has 2 abilities that allows movement, where he can do an ally moves 2 and then heals 3. So some really cool things with Azrael there. You can really get away with some crazy positioning.
2 damage for 4 damage from bleeding.
Yeah, I'm about to actually apply that. Technically my responsibility.
Okay.
Let's see.
I think. 'Cause that was my effect.
Yeah,
I
he
will.
was there. Yeah, and then it's 4 damage there from that
Jeez.
bleeding. Definitely
19.
good to remember that, but yeah, he
That's
should have taken that.
frustrating. um,
So at least he doesn't have to worry about
well,
taking a reaction attack on this
actually,
one.
that could work. That could work.
So
I'm
looking
gonna
like
do
he's
Inspire Greatness, targeting Garion.
all right. So he's gonna use Inspire Greatness there. If he
Let's see
does
how
get
this
it off,
goes.
ooh, it's just not enough. Ever
Don't do
so
reaction
slightly.
attacks this round, so I don't have to worry about that with Rurik. Although I do get the -2 penalty, which sucks.
Yes, and
And
well,
you take 4
and
damage.
4 damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will move
Yeah.
it again.
Go ahead.
Actually, I completely thinking of that as shield, so I would have. Oh no, I attacked you with that other character a long time ago. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
We got 22.
Okay. Please don't miss. Gosh.
6, just
Okay, well, 50.
slightly not enough, and another miss for Fenraellis.
Still something, but not what I wanted.
Yeah, definitely getting that, getting some powerful conditions there would have been helpful. Unfortunately, not getting those. Although, to be fair, Johnny
Well,
did. He was successful on his attack, but he missed the actual like special part of it, of getting the elemental fusion. So he kind of missed the special too.
And you move.
And then Jade
I
just missing
moved
hers
1,
now.
2, 3, 4, 5.
So
Okay.
not really great for either player, to be honest. So I feel like this one's still pretty fair in that regard.
What? They take back?
Crushing blow. I gave it back to you. Or wait, no, start of your turn. My apologies.
Yeah.
It's not relevant to me anymore, but
Yeah.
still, I'll wait to give it to you.
Yeah, won't really matter because that only applies that one time. But anyway, so that is it for Jade. Unfortunately, missing her special. Yeah, they're really not a great way that she could have gone around that. Johnny does have a pretty high defense team with a healer, bruiser, tank, and tactician, all of them having 7 or more, 7 or 8 defense. So it makes it even harder for him to get those attacks off. Unlike Fenraellis' team, he actually has 2 characters that have 6 defense, and then 2 characters that have 7 defense. So Johnny's team definitely a little more on the defensive side than Fenraellis', and sometimes those little amounts can make the difference there.
Maybe
So-
I should have tried to be red dye flanks. Blue dye is not my friend.
Well, you know what Tyson did with his, and I can promote you to, I guess, do it, is he like copied a dice and then changed the color.
Color.
and it's actually kind of funny because I think it actually did end up working out for him.
I will use.
I don't need to copy it. Just change the color. It's go festive. Green to go with the red.
Yeah, there we go. We're in the holiday spirit now. What you doing,
I will
Johnny?
use I will use focus and attack the controller with healing.
All right, so he's going after Suyoko there with Healing Conduit. You can't move before making this attack, which he's not, and he's focused, so that is successful.
So it's
So he'll get
10
to
damage.
deal 10 damage, and then he'll get to choose an ally moves 2 and heals 3, or an ally heals 1 per square. It is away from you, max
And
6.
I heal
So we have Lordrath, who's pretty far away, so he could get a
6
heal
Lordrath.
6 on that one, which is exactly what he went for.
Okay.
6. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Max 6 on the B.
And for Garen. From the past.
I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't give 6 to Garen and 4 to for Lordrath, but interesting. Guess he maybe thinks that 6 is just not going to be enough. Although with how low he was at 3, so 6, 9. Yeah, I mean, either way, he probably is going to be taken out on this round here, or on this turn. So we'll see. But yeah, there's just Garen is very, very low.
Against 5 defense or 4 defense. 3 attacks against 7. It's an interesting question.
So special is down, so he can't use the Barocco dance, which is really what he would need. So he's gonna have to take a reaction attack, I believe.
I think statistically 3 attacks against 7 is better. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna load a
So he's gonna use the shuriken throw there. Now is
Garion,
not
and yes,
Sure.
I'll take the damage because I'm next to people I know.
So I'm rolling from reaction, right?
Yes.
Okay, first I will roll for Lordrath.
Oof, this is gonna
And
do it.
you are also exposed from mobbed, or it doesn't count. I don't remember.
I suppose
No,
that's true.
Yep, that is accurate. And a 2.
Two.
Actually,
2.
hit.
That
That's
is enough.
And I'm rolling from
Because he gets a plus
Garion.
1 from it being a... Oh, wait a second.
Hey, they both roll. Reaction? Oh yeah, you can only take reaction damage once a turn. That doesn't mean they don't both roll. Yeah.
No, it's from
So
each one.
in PvP rules, yeah, they if both of these guys here are able to trigger a reaction, they can both do it. It's in the PvE rules that it's different.
I didn't.
But it doesn't matter because I think you missed both of them, right?
Yeah.
With exposed,
You're like-
no. Lordrath would have hit on that 4. With exposed. She only has 6 defense.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Actually, Garion rolled a 3? No, he rolled a 2, never mind. I think.
Yeah, he rolled a 2.
Yeah, he barely missed, even with
Just
exposed.
barely, yeah.
In either case, apply the damage just because. Oh, wait, it's their basic attack, right? In this case?
Their reaction attack. So yeah, it would be. I think Garen did it, so 7 damage.
Or
Seven,
was
seven.
that hit? So, the basic attack of 8 in this case, right? And just as opposed to the generic reaction damage. Anyway, I applied 8 damage. So, all 3 attacks were just flying into Garen's face. So I'm not going to be... Lord Wrath's thing won't... Circle Retribution won't apply here. Please hit at least 2 of these. Well, that's 1.
So only 1 more, and he'll be able to kill Garen here. Will he get that?
Still.
A 3? That's a miss.
No, that's a miss.
He needs 1 more.
Attack, please hit.
Will he get it? That is just enough
Thank God.
Oh,
to knock
Yes,
Garen
So
actually.
10
out.
damage to him.
no.
And another enemy within 5 takes 4 damage, which I guess should probably go to Merrick. So,
And
Yeah.
for
since I've already taken my reaction damage from you,
did you move it 5 or 4?
who, what now?
Because I thought you said Rourke took 5 damage, but it's 4 damage.
No, I said 4. He was at
Oh,
48.
okay. Okay.
So.
All right, so then Suyuko gonna run out of there. So doing 10 damage to Garen, and now the rogue is knocked out of the fight for Johnny. So 4 heroes to 3 now at 34 minutes, although really we need to add about 11 minutes on there because we did forget to put the timer. So that is really 45 minutes into the match that we're at. So we are about halfway
Well, I may
through.
technically have the first kill. Not in as good of a position anyway.
Yes, that is pretty accurate there of Fenraellis' analysis. So he does get the first kill, although 2 of his characters are getting pretty low. The third one is also a little bit lower.
Flanks, I have a question.
Yeah.
If I target Villani with Shadow Grasp, how will I pull here? He has to go like 1 here and then from here
Oh.
because there's a corner.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have to go here and then here.
Be 7
Basically, you
spaces,
have to
looks like.
take legal movements.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that will be 7. Okay.
And I think what we had talked about previously, with just in case this question comes up, with the health transfers, right, was like if you're at max HP.
Yeah, I cannot hit
Yeah.
more. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure that you're aware because that came up in the last tournament and I
So you'd only
forget
be
if we
healing
had.
5 out of 14 at that point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wouldn't it? Yeah, wouldn't even move that
Yeah.
efficient. 14 damage, heal 5.
Yeah. So because it's a health transfer, specifically, you can only heal up to the amount that you would go, which then means that extra damage would be lost because you're not transferring any more of your health once you're
Step
at
into the
full.
lava
You
just
can't
once
heal
every
over
single
your
health.
max health.
Yeah.
Make it more worth it.
Now, theoretically, he could.
That won't
Personally,
change.
I'd just do something else, like move up and attack maybe Oris because he could get an exposed attack there. and then be able to move Jade into another bad spot. That may be better than doing Shadow Grasp anyway. Or even Mind Trap.
I guess that will kill her, and that would be full HP. Yeah, okay, I will do that. I go here. 1, 2, 3,
All right,
4,
so
5,
interesting.
6, 7, 8. I can see her, I believe, yeah. Okay, so I will target her from the Shadow Grasp.
All right, so you take the 4 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, he's going for it anyway. Interesting. So 7, that is a
That's
hit.
a hit. So she will die here.
1, 2,
think.
3, 4,
Or
5,
no,
It's pull
6,
7, not pull 8. So
7.
actually stop right in front of lava.
Yeah, no, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah. Okay.
So a minor
I was
miss.
joking about moving the lava just so you heal more, not because you'd pull me into the lava.
Yeah. I thought she will go into lava. Okay, my bad.
So
So it's
it'll
14.
be for each square it moves transfers 2 HP from
14.
it to you. Lord Wrath is at
And I will go
56.
to
character.
So 1,
what?
2,
I'm sorry.
3, 4, 5 squares
It was
worth.
to
So that'd be 10 damage.
yeah. 14. 27. And I think this 3 was something. Okay.
So how much damage was done on that one?
Total of 14 to me.
14.
14.
Went from 41 to 27.
So I know that she moved 7 squares, but you healed essentially 5 squares worth, right?
I went to max HP. I was somewhere.
You were at 56, which means you can
Yeah.
heal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares worth.
Yeah, he's just at full health.
So that'd be for each one 2. So wouldn't it be a max at 10?
Wait.
You mean
Like 10
must be
10
the
damage to
damage
Villani?
Well,
I
still
thought
do the full damage to me, even if he can't overheal.
yeah, I thought I can deal the full damage and just don't not overheal.
Okay, because that's what I was trying to say at the beginning was that, I mean, we can allow it if you guys both agree for this one, but that's what I was trying to say at the beginning was that because it was like a transfer, you could only get like the max as long as you can actually transfer.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah,
that was
that's what I was trying to say earlier.
Yeah,
Huh.
I also didn't understand it like this.
Yeah.
Okay. I
But
thought,
if you
meant-
guys both agree and you want to go with the 14, that's fine.
yeah,
Because
we
that's how you
wouldn't
guys
do it,
interpreted
yeah.
it.
That's how I was expecting it. I don't mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
I can pretend that he needs it despite how bad my skills are. Makes me feel better.
So yeah, this is definitely a part of the game that sometimes can get a little bit into the minutia, right? where can you continue to do damage even if you're at full health, because you have nothing to transfer at that point, right? You're already at the max amount. And I believe that is the interpretation, that if you're at a max HP, you can't transfer because you can't heal over that amount. So that means basically the extra movement there is just lost. But yeah, the fun of the little minor rule things like that can make the game interesting, and I understand can be very challenging for newer players. All right, so Vellani is coming up next. She does still have Glooming Thoughts on. Now she is close, so she doesn't have to worry about that. And 15, that is successful. Going with Lightning Conduit.
I'm just gonna putter him about to. No, actually, wait. I can move him all the way to the corner. Why not?
Move for the target. It
So
must end
damage.
within 6 of you.
Bind.
So 1, 2, 3. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
Bravely run away.
And now
Like
getting
Sir Robin.
further away, although he's not going to be able to go too far because he's going to have to be able to still make an attack with that Glooming Thoughts. He doesn't have a lot of options there with that. All right, so next up is Rourke there. He does not have a special up. So he's going to have to go with Crushing Blow or War Cry based on his positioning right now. He was going after Jade and Suyoko. Suyoko is pretty far away right now. I'm not sure if he'd be able to make it, but he could go
I
after
will
Jade.
use Crushing Blow to Oris.
Oh, no, he's going to go after Oris instead. Which will trigger his Circle of Retribution there.
I'm going to take 4 non-lethal. Black.
So Johnny just taking that one there, although he could have moved down and just attacked Jade with that. So I'm not sure what his thinking was, other than he just wants to go after Oris, I guess. All right, so I'm 11.
It's 11 damage.
So Oris taking some damage finally there. And
I can move him.
Now he is slowed, and he can move him up to 2 squares, and then now there's not really a lot of reason to move Oris because he is kind of a melee character. He can kind of just go around on things.
Okay.
Are you trying to go to the corner, or?
I think he was trying to. So I didn't mind being on top of it.
I can move him.
Where are you trying to take him to, Johnny?
I can move him there.
Okay.
Oh, to that spot?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I can move on.
It has to be towards me. Oh yeah, sorry, never mind. You didn't choose to use that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Johnny not using the effect there, using his movement action instead
And you're slowed.
to go.
I am indeed.
So Oris is going to be up next. Now, he is slowed. That's not really going to do too much for Oris there. Basically, that would only impact him if he was ranged character or he needed to move and not take a reaction. because he wouldn't be able to sidestep. So in this case, not really much of an issue for Oris. We'll see what Oris wants to go up here with next. Definitely Oris trying to hold on to his specials, I believe, like his Interrupt and his Path of Purification till Johnny starts using some of those. I think basically Johnny's realized this at this point already in the game, that if he starts placing a lot of specials, like the permanent specials like Azrael's, Waves of Punishment, Elemental Fusion, and Rurik's Epic Shield out, that that Path of Purification potentially be able to move it. Now, it's anything's possible, right? I mean, you never really know yet.
Yeah.
Johnny, you were done with Rurik, right?
I have 6. Yeah, I can move here. I thought I have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Dang, it is. Shame that you moved that last space.
Yeah. I thought I had the 5, but with 6 it's much better.
I wanted to get you flanked.
Or still could get around if he wanted to. So we'll just see how it goes here. So Oris coming up here. Dashing Strike may move 4 squares before declaring the first target. Now, not really anyone that's going to be in range for that one. But he could get, Key Barrier, take another kind of defensive position there, especially as we kind of progress on, much more possibilities, see some more specials coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I can't show without moving my status, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's too far away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, just too far. Won't be able. Fortunately, he was gonna try to get that mob and just could not get it. All right, so Fenraellis here coming up here with Oris, making his movement, looking like he is going to go for a blessed attack instead, which is definitely probably your best option, especially if you can't get, into a good position to get that, mob or focus from and getting that exposed.
Go there, use. No. 8. Yeah, I'll use Key Barrier.
There you go. Getting the Key Barrier. Both combatants actually taking them much slower than I thought. I think both of them. Oh, there you go. Looking like this may pay off for Fenraellis. And it does. So huge there. Getting that blessed roll. Turning that miss into a hit. So definitely worth the risk there.
Toughened and all that fun stuff.
Toughened and immune to special attacks. Damage and new effects.
Your turn.
So that is a great one to have out as the kind of game continues on here. So 3 of Fenraellis' heroes starting to get low. Rurik starting to get a little bit lower. He's at 30 HP, but very likely to go up here with some more healing potential from Azrael, getting off a healing conduit or a tidal invocation. Let's see, is he in a good spot? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can get a heal 4. Yeah, that's the one downside of healing conduit is you can't move for that attack. So if you want to take a movement, basically it's to prevent you from just getting the effect of Healing Conduit every single time, because it would be very easy to just take a move, get into spot, and then attack, and then get that Healing Conduit. Healing Azrael has to essentially already be in a
I
good
will
spot.
focus and use waves of punishment to
Yoko's within
2,
3 of you.
3. Yep, she is
Villain.
just.
What?
So
Who is?
Yoko's within 3 of you.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I thought.
Wasn't
Okay,
even
then
intentional.
yeah.
So, a great placement by Fenraellis. Man, Fenraellis is really putting Johnny through the ringer here. Hey, Code, good to see you. Thanks for
Still,
joining
I
us this morning.
will
Fenraellis really putting
use
Johnny through the ringer.
element. No. Waves of punishment.
Waves of punishment there. So, Johnny finally going for that. He's trying to get a heal off.
I'm targeting Villani.
So Villani there, the target of this attack. If he gets it off, he'll get 15 damage. I'll be putting her in a pretty not good state. All right, let's see if he gets it. Oh no, without the focus, it makes the difference and turns that into a miss. So now, ironically, you know, the amount of damage that it would have done was 15 anyway, but he just doesn't get that healing, and the powerful bleeding effect was honestly probably the best part of that ability.
And I can move. I will move.
So great lockdown of Fenraellis' positioning there, just basically caused a miss for Johnny. By being just close enough that he could not get a focus. Great play. Hey, Code, how's it going? Yep, we got the ninja back again. It's Fenraellis' favorite character, I think, so far. And I could be wrong, but I think every game that he's played Suyoko the Ninja with pretty good results so far. Suyoko already took out Garen earlier on in the match. And she's still got a lot of potential left, although Johnny has kind of been working the whole team. But it's not too much longer before she potentially get wiped out. Now, it's probably pretty likely we're going to see a Requiem of Spirit come out here because they're really starting to get low. They need to get some healing back, and they can get back some specials. So I think it's pretty likely that that's what we're going to see here in a second from Jade. Now, Jade is not in a good spot. She is pinned against the wall.
Okay.
So she is going to have to take a reaction attack unless she just doesn't attack. But pretty unlikely.
Voice after
Sure.
I'm gonna take the attack, yeah.
I'm rolling. This must hit.
Wow, another miss.
Too many misses.
Another miss for Johnny. So Jade just getting out. A lot of dice needing to go to the dice jail today. Getting a lot of misses for the heroes out there. The bigger ones, right, is missing those special attacks. What I think Fenraellis is kind of rethinking what exactly he wants to do. Although I thought he did say angelic voice is what he was thinking about doing. Although he can change it if he wants to.
Okay. Made. Anyway, now I do the actual attack. Angelic voice, as I said.
Oh, yep, there he is. So angelic voice. Who is the target?
Oh, sorry. I was attacking Rurik, which I missed. Because that's how things go. 5 residual.
All right, so Fenraellis missing his angelic voice there on Rurik, only doing 5 residual damage. So not a great move there, or not a great turn there for Fenraellis, but both heroes have been missing. Both players have been missing, so definitely happens. Color of the dice matter. Hashtag change my mind. Actually, it's funny you mentioned that code. If you watch this, end up watching it later, but Fenraellis actually did change his dice to a different color because I specifically mentioned to him in a previous game, right? We had Taishin change the color of his dice, and it actually did improve his rolls. Now, I think he did more than that. He also like copied, I think it was your dice, right? He copied your dice and then changed the color of it, and that's how he was able to increase his chances to hit, I guess in his mind at least, but
Lord,
it was enough.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, he is just so far away now. At least Lordrath has some potential to still hit somebody with like Mind Trap, where he can get that benefit move of move 3 and then move get closer if he wants to. Yeah, he deleted his and copied mine. Yeah, exactly. So that's exactly what happened here, although Fenraellis just missed another one, so maybe it's not working out quite as well as it did for Taishin, although he did not copy and delete his opponents, so maybe that's the difference. You just you never know with those pesky dice. So using Mind Trap there on Oris, who is the only target that he can actually hit with it.
But I'm going to make it will actually happen now.
Are you using the tiger?
Yeah, might as well.
All right. So using Wrath of the Tiger.
Take 10 damage. Yeah. So you take 10 damage.
Yep.
You move.
See what happens.
All right. Will he get the interrupt on this? He is successful. So he does interrupt.
So you take 15 damage.
15 damage from Wrath of the Tiger there.
The ability does 5, and then specifically if it's a primary attack,
yep.
the target takes 10.
Great play there with Wrath of the Tiger.
So you go to 37.
And that finishes out Johnny's turn there.
That's that.
So now Suyoko is coming up here. Now, no special available, so she won't be able to transition sides. So probably pretty. If you attack with focus, deal plus 3 damage.
Fukadake shot.
Oh man, we have not seen this actually ability yet. I think he always uses shuriken throw.
And I'm focused. Oh damn it! Your own allies stop focus. Oh god, I hate that. Stupid PvP.
Yeah.
Well,
I know.
I don't care. You're still exposed.
Okay.
So he won't get the additional damage there.
Oh come on.
Who is the target, by the way? I don't know if I heard her.
Yeah, Rurik.
Oh,
I didn't say that one now.
Okay.
So
well, 5 damage.
So poor Fenraellis trying to mitigate his luck as much as possible, making his target exposed anyway. And it's still just not mattering as he ends up missing again with a 1. It would not matter who he attacked with that one. He was going to miss no matter what. All right, so that is going to be the end of Suyoko's turn. Not very productive, unfortunately, for her. Hey, Code, since you are actually here in the match and you're watching live, can you see what time we were in the stream that the match actually started at? So that way I can update it, because I think it's about 11 minutes is what we have, but I forgot to press the start of the timer. So could you check to see what time the match actually started at, and then we'll use that as how much time they have left. We'll add that to the time they have left. All right, so Rourke here is going to be coming up. So Rourke does have 2 specials available. He is getting a little bit lower, so there is a pretty good possibility we could see an Iron Wall come out. This would be a good time to potentially do it because he is getting pretty low. He can move into position now. He probably wants to go after Suyoko. Because Suyoko has been kind of a pain for him. Suyoko also has 2 specials up. Now he could theoretically go for Jade. It would not be enough to kill her. He could also go for Vellani, but Vellani has no more specials. I think Suyoko personally would be the better target to go at if you're going to go with either of those attacks.
I will use Iron Wall.
So he is going with Iron Wall there. But he is going to use it on Vellani, it looks like.
Milan.
Ends my suffering of gloomy thoughts.
Yeah. So we'll see if he gets it here. This will kill Vellani if he gets it. And that is the end of Vellani there.
There she goes.
There she goes.
And I am immune.
So good way for Rourke to last a few more rounds here, as he is the only team member that is pretty low.
I can move because I had the benefit to move here. I can move.
Oh, is he going to go through oh, he is going to go through lava because he is immune to damage and effects.
I will not take damage from lava.
And new effects from enemies.
Yeah, I can take damage from lava.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I think he can take damage from lava because that's not from an enemy.
Here.
Alright, so Rourke moving into position there. Hopefully Code is looking up the timing, otherwise I'm just going to go with 11 minutes and saying that is the time that we're going to add here. So at 11 will be 19, basically. Good morning,
I'm immune to any
good to see
damage
you.
from you. And effects.
22 minutes into the match, the clock was started. Oh, so we were playing for 22 minutes before we actually started the clock? Oh wow, that's actually way more. So I do have an update.
What?
So here, let me just pause this for a second. There. Okay, so I had Code joined the stream here, and I had him look at the time that the match had started and when we actually started the clock, and he says that it's 22 minutes actually we were playing for. before the match began, which we're at an hour and 5 here, right, with this clock. So adding 22 minutes would put us at an hour 27 left. So there's not much time. I'm going to say, because nobody really knew that, we'll probably go at least like another 5 minutes, just so that way it's a little closer to fair here. Now, preferably, right, try to play as quickly as you guys can. But yeah, since we did forget to press the clock, it should have, there's way more time that the match has been going technically already.
Okay.
So 5 more minutes. I believe it is Johnny's turn. Is that right?
No.
He just finished his turn.
Oh, okay. Oris's turn.
Yep.
Okay.
So.
Yep. So I'll start this here, and 5 more minutes.
Doesn't feel like it's been.
I know it doesn't feel like it.
Most people are still alive compared to the previous matches, but fair enough, I guess. Okay.
So not a lot of time left to make some decisions. At this point, they need to really get out some big damage or some healing to make the difference. Right now, it looks like Johnny might be in the lead here, as it is 3-on-3, and 2 of Fenraellis' characters are pretty low.
Okay, you take also 4 damage from the effect. Passive.
Yep, I will.
Alright, so key barrier.
Yeah, so let's do that real quick. So I'm going to take 7 damage, I guess.
And
as I said, sidestepping. And key barriers in effect. You took 10. Go.
Alright, so it is now Johnny's turn here with Azrael. Not a lot of time left in the match. And Johnny did start, so we'll end up giving Fenraellis 1 more turn here at the end. Just so that way we're about even on the number of turns. But anyway, this has been quite the match. Surprisingly not as high damaging as I thought it would be.
Tidal invocation to your controller.
Then guess I'll Kakure evasion.
What is it? Okay.
Yeah, doing an interrupt.
The answers.
Yep. Gates it.
It was a special, right? So you keep the
Immune to
special.
new damage and effects from from the interrupted attack. You cannot be the target of attacks and effects from enemies. So, very good one, actually. It's almost actually better if you use it even when it's further away from Jade. Now he's basically as good as it is because it'll prevent any effects from being applied there. I would add another 5 minutes. It's hard to calculate the time frame because the time in the past goes from time live, plus you started answering questions after they started. Yeah, I mean, well, inevitably we always go past. We always go past the time anyway because people end up always taking longer near the end anyway. So we'll still allow, probably another Fenraellis turn, another Johnny turn, and then another Fenraellis turn.
Use Angelic Voice. He's going to be
It's just really hard
Ezreal.
to do it when you don't really know how much time it's been at this point in the match. 14, that is going to be a hit. So, angelic
I guess
voice.
Yoko's going to heal for 4. She'll heal herself for 6. And then
getting some heals back there.
Yoko is hastened and crit boosted.
So, but when you got that time code, you were looking at the time that like Johnny actually started playing, right? Between that time and when the clock was pressed was 22 minutes.
Closer than I thought.
It's a Lord of Fen.
Okay, well we're gonna go based on what you said there. And just so you guys know, we're just about past that 5 minutes, but because Fen, you went second, Johnny will finish this turn, and then you get to do one more turn.
Okay. Explicitly denying me the chance to try and drop Rarik.
I will use dark manipulation to Oris.
Cannot move this turn after the attack resolves.
She's only immune to special attacks and effects, right?
Correct.
So,
yeah, so he can make that. Although he is toughened, so he will take less damage on the attack.
Taking 7 damage.
yeah.
Alright, so he is successful on the strike there. Looking like Johnny is going for a crit. Not happening here.
Okay, it's 12 damage.
I had my token, sorry, but yeah, that is the right amount of health. I should let you do that.
19.
I was at 31.
Okay, and I move Hirogen to the lava.
Makes sense.
So it takes 4. And I will move
From the first roll, they've been playing for 131.
Okay, so it's your last turn.
Yep. It's my last turn. I might as well use Path of Purification. Try and get my revenge on you.
And
yeah, honestly, it's going to equal out pretty much here at the end.
Is Oris then?
Oh, actually, sorry. I took 3 less damage from Toughened, so I guess I'm at 22.
Oh, yeah, so I'm sorry. Isn't Chiyoko's turn?
No. She.
No, I think.
Done the. Oh, you know what?
I think. I think Johnny's correct.
I moved the token up instead of down. After
it's Jade. Okay, no problem.
Okay, well, that makes it a little bit trickier.
So she does have one more. Most likely, now Buroko Dance may actually not be the highest damaging ability. He could get the Shuriken throw, and if he gets all
gonna try
three,
for it.
and he can put somebody
I
into
managed to
lava,
land all three and land a critical on one of them,
yeah,
and I'll
then
still
he
get a kill on Lord Wrath.
he may get something here. So we'll see.
Yeah.
This is last turn here for
Sidestep at lava
Johnny.
and just unload 3 shuriken into Lord Wrath and hope one of them crits. Oh wait, I don't have to sidestep, I'm hastened. Haha! Not that that really changes much. At all.
I mean, it makes it so you don't have to stand in lava. But yeah, as you guys can see, the time, we're already,
Over
he
here.
hasn't finished his
I'm
turn
still gonna
yet, and
load
we're
3
already
into Lord Wrath.
14 and a half minutes past.
Mm.
But by the time we finish this, it's going to be like
It could be
16 minutes, or it's going to be another, 10 minutes past.
Hasten, so I'm not gonna take reactions. Yeah, why not? Just maximize my
Well,
ultimate potential.
6 minutes past the time I said originally.
3, 4, 4. Okay. Who are you targeting?
Lord Wrath. We're gonna try and hit him with all 3 shuriken, because if one of them crits, and if they all 3 hit, he'll die.
Okay.
Unlikely as that is. Nope.
Okay.
I mean, it's a hit. Oh, this is my bless attack, I guess, so...
It's the blast.
Dang it.
Mhm.
Okay, just a
Okay.
normal hit.
Now we go
Next
to the
one.
special.
Normal hit, 11.
One
Come
more.
on. You can do it. You can
Will
do it.
he get it? Will he get a crit? No!
No!
And a miss on the last one.
So it's 10 down.
Just 10
It's
damage.
10 damage. Ugh!
And,
That's actually
I guess
disappointing. I was
forward
kind of...
to- no, Eric's immune to effects. Oh well. It was worth a shot.
That was pretty cool. I was actually kind of hoping just to see that play out.
Let's roll one more as a curiosity.
Right?
Just to spite myself.
Just see if it... Nope. Now it's just
No,
not
no,
happening. Just not happening.
Mm.
Oh,
there was
man.
a chance though. There was a chance.
Yeah, I know, right? That was a possibility, honestly. That was close. All right, so I guess I gotta probably, let's see.
If it's based on total health, then he wins because his healer
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah, healer alone there is what, 53? Plus your 10 there, 63,
And 20.
and then 20 more.
83.
So 83 to your
Compared to
28.
50. Well, I had 67 actually. Not that far off.
Yeah. So yeah, it sometimes they get a little closer than you think that they would, and you don't always see that you're that far behind. But I think in this one it's probably far enough. I'm just gonna double check the number I was on yours just to make sure. 17, 22, and 28 is 67, and Johnny was 53, 10, and 20, 83. Okay. So, good game, guys. Still pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
It was
feels
a strange.
weird that both people had 3 heroes alive at the end.
Yeah. Well, this
Previous
was,
matches have
yeah,
gone to every...
this one really wasn't a high damaging game for sure. There
We
was
have
just,
a lot of misses.
yeah, a lot of misses. A lot of really strategic movement that sometimes paid off or sometimes didn't pay off. I think one of the best ones that I remember seeing so far was Fenraellis placing Suyoko just in range of Johnny's Azrael, so he couldn't get focus, and that focus actually making the difference because he couldn't get the expose, which would have hit had he got that one. Was pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, for the special.
Yeah,
Although,
yeah.
to be
that
fair, the
was-
special does the same damage. He just lost the permanent effect.
Well, but it also provides 15 healing too.
I
No,
want
it's-
to ask
well,
you,
Well, yeah, heal or bleed.
So yeah, you also prevented 15 healing and that
Oh.
that effect.
Yeah.
Did you put villainy here at first? That this was a bait for me or no?
Uh,
Was
not exactly. The previous matches I had started her up here, and I was just figuring maybe I'll have her here go after one person, and that's not quite how that worked out. I have not yet got her elemental fusion off. I've missed it both times in the previous matches.
Was this the? I forget. I was gonna look it up
And then this
later,
time you
but
stole it, so in none of the matches have I actually been able to get elemental fusion off with her.
yeah.
Which is funny.
Was this the same team you used previously?
The healer has been different each match,
okay.
but otherwise, yes.
Gotcha. That's what I thought. I was pretty sure Suyoko and Villani were the same, but I couldn't remember if Oris was
too.
as well. But
I was actually expecting him to use. This was one of the times I thought Oris was actually going to come into effect with the multiple permanent removals.
I
Like
actually thought so too. Yeah. Which I don't know. Were you
memory
thinking about that,
theft,
Johnny?
Get rid of the bleed, and then he just held on to those, which might have been intentional, of course. I didn't want to use remove permanent just to get rid of the glooming thoughts. It felt wasteful.
Yeah. I mean, it is that effect is like really
It was annoying.
powerful.
It made it so Villani couldn't benefit from her passive.
Yeah.
And of course, the fact that she had to stay close to enemies. I was sitting on my revive. I was specifically the next round. I was just going to kill Lord Wrath for the 10 damage and then just revive Villani.
Yeah. Definitely.
Well, since he survived Yoko, I was just going to kill him with 10 damage.
Definitely would have been.
so I'm going to semifinals now.
Yeah. So yeah. After this one here, I don't have the screen open right now, but yeah, you'll be playing off against Taishin, which for some reason I keep misremembering. I keep thinking that you guys had played before, but apparently you did not ever play each other before. So I'm really actually excited to see that one now. And Fenraellis, even though you didn't win this one, that's definitely not out of the tournament yet. Yep. And probably just a reminder for everyone that's playing, because essentially we've already, lost like half the amount of people that are in the tournament, the games will start being moving quicker at this point. So yeah, be more prepared for your game to come up a lot sooner now, because we'll be a lot quicker.
It was nice that this time both of my interrupts actually worked.
Yeah, and it actually worked out really well too. Yeah, the Wrath of the Tiger worked out real well. Okay, well, anyway, that is it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Johnny and Fenraellis, for playing. Fun as always to watch. Really good combat. But anyway, that is it for today. We'll see you guys